It's worth noting, it is Sunday and I'm not on triple time. Right, YouTube, I'm back on a recall. Remember that concealed shower valve that I did? Which was an absolute pig? Well, all of a sudden, a week later, packed and working. Right, so basically it's not giving any hot water at all, so I'm going to strip this back down and put it back together again. Again. My helper's back, the one that was on my shoulder last time. So, water off. Get it to pieces. Still here. Still here. I don't know whether I put that in upside down. I haven't put that little thermostatic, whatever it is, back in the wrong place. It was in the right order. Put it back together again. Handles back on. Give it a test. This is what's confusing. That just pushes all the way in for some reason. I did it on the old one now, so it must be how it is. Right, I think I've sussed out what happened. This little circlip here. Because the body of this valve pushes in against this thermostat side. I think when I first originally put this in, I put the circlip in that groove. What a terrible arrow, in that groove, when it should have been in that one. That's what I think I did. But we'll find out. So, again, I'm leaving it, it's working. Maybe I'd put the circlip in the wrong groove. It had pinged out by the time I got there. It had already pinged out by the time I got there, hence why it wasn't going between hot and cold anymore. So I couldn't tell whether I put it in the right groove or not. Maybe it wasn't my fault. Don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I have said to him, because that shower is on a stud wall. Well, no, it doesn't even make a difference because it's on a stud. Well, it does, but if they had a spare tile, I could take that one tile off with the outlet and the actual valve on and pipe it up for a bar mixer shower, and then it's future-proof then, isn't it? So they're going to see if they've got a tile, but that's worst case scenario, providing if the shower's all right again, works fine, then we won't be doing that. So this currently is a work in progress at my mum and dad's house. This is the new Baxi System 2. Quick look inside. Bigger heat exchanger, bigger waterway should I say, which is a positive. Don't like the gas valve. Flow off the boiler runs through the condensate trap to keep that warm, so that's a good idea. Internal pressure gauge, digital one outside. Not a fan of this PRV connection, but I suppose it's a bit better than the last one. Just been wiring it up now. I'll show you the abortion that added. So this is what we've got. Filters in here. It's the only place you could get it. S-plan system. Wago back box. But look at this layer there. No, that is my handiwork. Yeah, it's definitely not an electrician's. But currently, it's working. A little bit of tweaking to do and sort all these cables out, but yeah, do not do your wiring like that. The safety footwear. Now I think that's finished its de-aeration mode, which happens every time the power's shut off, and it lasts for 6 minutes 20 seconds. A bit shorter than the Worcester. Still incredibly annoying when you've got wires in wrong places like I have. So that should be in standby. Oh. If we flick on, them two are both on all day, but the thermostat's turned down, so if we turn this up, Should start motoring over. And there we go, the boiler should switch on, which it has. So that's doing hot water currently. Shut that back down. It's just shut off. See if the pump's overrunning now. Pump overrun on the boiler. I'll let that finish, now we'll go and test the heating. The boiler's just knocked off now. Oh, you can hear that, what it is, motoring over. These two won't replace in the goose. Should fire up. There she has. Now it's ready for commissioning this. I need to sort out whatever the hell I'm going to do with them cables in there. But yeah. Little slight insight into the new maxi. This is my favourite bit. Easiest condensate I've done to date. Wonder how long it takes to fill that bucket. I don't think it's emptied out yet. It's worth noting, it is Sunday. And I'm not on triple time. Right, so this one we've been turned up to is a Worcester Green Star 28i, making what the customer describes as a motorbike noise. Now I've experienced this fault before, so I know pretty much it's going to be the fan bearing plate. See, just by pressing the fan it changed the tone of the noise. So I've isolated the power safely, disconnected the electrics to it. Now I'm just going to remove this 13mm nut at the top and washer underneath, and that'll allow the fan and venturi and stuff to spin, pull forward out of the boiler. Not forgetting to disconnect the gas pipe. There we go. And that's her out. Now this red part here, sometimes quarter turn, well it is a quarter turn, will twist out of the way, but obviously in this instance it's not. So I just took out these 3 screws which hold it in and found this little beauty inside. Well, that'll be your motorbike noise. And that's come off the membrane, or what I call the bearing plate, as it's more commonly known. It's half of that. So that should have been attached to that. Right, been and collected the part. 8715-505-8250. Screenshot that if it's the right way around, if you need one of these, and it's actually called a membrane, not a bearing plate. The CDIs must be called a bearing plate. Same thing. £10 free, including the VAT. Let's go and get fit. So I'm just going to clean this little area up where it's flaps down onto. You don't want it sticking shut onto that, otherwise they'll be back again. It pushes inside there. This will attach back onto the fan. It can only go on one way. There's a little lug on one of the screws. I'll show you there. So that'll go into there with one of the screws next to it. Another one around that side there, and then one just underneath this pipe here. I changed this burner seal not so long ago, and as you can see it's in fine condition. So get that bugger put back in there. Torqued up to torque setting FT. Electrics are back on. Gas is reconnected, and I'm just going to run my analyzer around here just to test that burner seal in max rate. And that should be it. Fans never sound great on camera, but as you can hear, the noise has gone now. When you probe around that, you don't want it picking up any parts of millions, any CO, that'd mean it's leaking. You want it in match rate. So press and hold this spanner for around 10 seconds, the light will illuminate orange, and turn the central heating water temperature dial up to max is your maximum, down is to minimum. Right, that's it, another job done. As I said in the last video, I'm going to be giving out at the end of the videos a couple of a shout out to each other YouTuber that I watch that deserves recognition. I believe we should all support each other. And this week it's going out to Macaulay Smart Pipe Plumbing. I follow his content weekly. It's varied. He has a lot of trouble on bathrooms, but yeah, I will put his picture here and a link to it in the description. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't liked it already, please hit the like button and consider dropping a subscribe. Catch you on the next one.